You know, the NBA Finals always a fun time of year for me, but more than anything, they're a walk down memory lane back to my childhood where I absolutely loved basketball. Back then, the NBA had a few key players that I absolutely thought were amazing. People like, of course, Michael Jordan, John Stockton, Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen. My all-time favorite was David Robinson, but the thing that impressed me a lot when I was a kid was watching the way that John Stockton, Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, they just worked together. They absolutely knew what the other person was thinking. It was so seamless. They were always there for the other person, always right there when they needed them. They knew what the other person was going to do, and they were always right there to support each other and help each other be successful. Now, most of us are not in any kind of professional sport. We may enjoy sports, but we're not out there playing them all the time. And that's totally cool. But what I discovered was, even though for me, I was never going to make it into the NBA, I didn't have the skills or any of the right attributes to make it in. I could still love it, but I could, more than that, I could learn from it. So some of the things that I learned was watching those people work so closely together taught me a lot about this idea of teamwork. Like, several years later, I had someone when I was a teenager help really finish that lesson for me. So while I was a teenager, I started helping a guy with some roofing projects. And he explained to me how I was supposed to work with him while we're up on the roof. He said, all right, so you're my assistant on the roof. So your job is to literally think what I'm going to think before I think it. I was like, what? How am I supposed to do that? And he's like, you're going to observe what I'm doing. You're going to understand where I'm going to go next, what I'm going to need next before I even need it. That way, when I put my hand out to find it, you're holding it right there for me, and you've got it right there for me. And you can think 2 steps ahead of me. Then you're going to be immensely invaluable as an employee. I thought, oh, okay, I get it. So I think that was exactly where those basketball players were at when you had Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen always right there. They knew what the other one was thinking. They knew what they were going to do. They knew the movement. They knew the approach. They knew everything about them to the point that they could predict what that other person was going to do. When I was on the roof, I'd know when he needed more shingles, when he needed more nails, when he needed different tools, when he needed to slow down, when he needed to shift, when he needed to move to a different part of the roof. And I could have all those things prepared so that he could be at his peak performance. Now, in business and life, do we do that for other people? If you're a business owner, do you spend time thinking about your team members and what they need so that you can have what they need right there for them, making their job easier, making it less stressful, making their life better? Are they there to serve you, or are you there to serve them? Now, I would propose that an effective business is set up in a way that people are serving each other. So different employees are helping each other. The processes that you set up in your business are designed to help each employee be more successful. And when that happens, you start to see that magical level of synergy where 2 people are doing the work that normally would take a whole team.